Welcome to my final project. This is The Things People Don't See. The book I decided to read was Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. Here's a little bit about him. Kurt Vonnegut was not only an author, but he was also a soldier. He fought during the Battle of the Bulge and then later as a POW in Dresden. The connection between the author and the book is that the main character is a soldier during the bombing of Dresden. Kurt Vonnegut uses experiences in the war to reflect on how terrible war is really. He's an anti-war guy, and he just reflects it throughout the book, and it shows. Context of Slaughterhouse-Five. The two main events throughout the book is the bombing of Dresden and World War II. The bombing of Dresden took place between February 13th through February 15th, 1945. They were bombed in East Germany, which is Dresden. They were bombed by the British Bomber Command. The characters in this book lived through the bombing, and they survived through their captors. Now, World War II. World War II took place between September 1st, 1939 through September 2nd, 1945. 70 nations were involved in the war. This is one of the most important, acknowledgeable wars in history. This is based on Vonnegut's own experiences as a prisoner of war during that time. This serves as commentary of the senselessness and destruction of war in the book. The research question I chose was, how does Billy Pilgrim's well-being influence society to not overlook men's mental health? Here is my thesis. And my first claim is, through Billy Pilgrim's hallucinations of time travel, he comes to terms that his time in the war has taken a mental toll on him. The two quotes that I used were found on page 42 and page 197. And these connect to the topic of war because Billy didn't want to save himself at all. He was willing to die, and that just shows how he's depressed. This represents the depression and mental effects that Billy experiences through war. He's okay with dying. In the whole book, we don't see him show emotion until finally he decides to break down and just let it all out, which shows that he's bottling up his own emotions. Here's the quote that I chose from my primary source. Contrary to the other war novels, Slaughterhouse-Five does not simply describe man's dehumanization as a result of warfare, because it shows us how war is a result of our species' pathological craving for destruction, something that even the Tralfamadorians are not exempted from. Now, this explains how the book focuses on not how specifically war can affect a man, but the PTSD and hallucinations that come with it. This is a major part of Billy's mental health. Through his PTSD, he becomes a totally different person, and he sees the world drastically different than he used to. Claim 2. In contrast, Billy Pilgrim's war experiences have a profound impact on his psychological well-being. The two quotes that I found were on page 134 and page 264. And these quotes show how Billy struggles to articulate his feelings about war, which indicates that it takes an emotional toll on him. The next quote represents how Billy's experiences of war have become intertwined with his identity, and he's starting to not tell the difference between himself and the horrible things he has to see in life. Now, the quote that I chose from my other primary source was, the more traumatic the experiences that the soldier encountered in the war, the more likely he was to have physical health ailments and mental health ailments. Now, this quote I found in one of the studies of mental trauma and PTSD in Civil War, and it suggests the traumatic experiences in war that can lead to physical and mental health ailments. This implies that our character, Billy, witnesses the terrible things he sees and it endures during war. It can have a significant impact on his mental health. Furthermore, the quote illustrates a correlation between the severity of the soldier's experience and the likelihood of mental health issues. If we apply this to Billy Pilgrim, then that exactly explains why he is witnessing all these things and why his mental health is just down the drain. Wrap up. Billy Pilgrim's well-being in Slaughterhouse-Five serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of not overlooking men's mental health in society. His experiences with PTSD and the impact it has on his life highlight the lasting effects of war on mental well-being. By portraying Billy's struggles, the novel sheds light on the need for empathy, understanding, and support for individuals dealing with mental health issues, especially amongst men who may face societal pressures to appear strong and unaffected. It encourages society to create a safe and compassionate space where men can openly seek to help and receive the support that they need to heal and thrive. Here's my works cited, and my video will be inserted here. Thank you so much.